So homework 8 starts off, and actually the whole paper probably is, what they used to call algebraic symbol manipulation, and now they've renamed it to some other crazy name. What they want to get across is that when you solve it, even if it's not a number, you're still doing the same operations to move things. If I want to solve this for x, I want to move the minus y to the other side and the 5 to the other side, and so I have to do the opposite of that. So when I move the y to the other side, I'm going to add the y. The a is still going to be in front, but I'm going to have a plus y behind it. Same thing when I move the 5 to the other side. Since it's a minus 5, I'm going to make it a plus 5. That's going to leave the x all by itself. So on the second one there, I want to solve it for the s. It means I want to move the q and the r. So if I'm going to move the q to the other side, I'm going to minus the q. If I'm going to move the r to the other side, again, since it's positive, I'm going to subtract the r. And so s is going to equal p minus q minus r. It is going to be case sensitive, so if it's uppercase, you need to type it in uppercase. If it's lowercase, you type it in lowercase. So if I look at that third one and I want to solve that for a, well, this is a trickier one. If I want to solve this for a, what should I probably do?
Move the A?
I'm going to move the a because the a is negative. Remember they had that little trick when they did those ones where they had like 142 minus x equals 50? They moved the x first because it was negative. So if we move the a first so it's positive, we would have p plus a equals 4 minus b. So that's one thing you could do. It wouldn't necessarily have to be your first step, but it'd make it so you don't have to divide by a negative. So now if I want to solve it for a, I need to do what? Subtract the p. So a is going to equal 4 minus b minus p. And now the a is all by itself. Otherwise, if you didn't move the a first, just for those who didn't think of doing that, if I took the p and I moved my 4, I would have minus my 4. If I would have moved my b, I would have added my b, but then I would have had a minus a. And if I have a minus a, I end up having to divide everything by -1, which just changes all of my signs. So positive divided by a negative is going to make that negative. Negative divided by a negative makes that positive. And a positive divided by a negative makes that negative. It's not in the same order, but you can see everything has the same sign in front of it as when we did it over here. So a couple different ways you could do that, but on Alex they say, oh yeah, if that's negative, if I move that first, then I don't end up having to do that dividing. Not that it doesn't work.